Hello and welcome to another update video about silver. Yeah, silver has given us that signal. Okay, the break of the trend line was the signal I mentioned in the last video that could really indicate that a low has formed. A break above resistance coupled with a break above the trend line. So we might have caught here the low, the bottom. You might recall in the last video that I highlighted the wave count is pretty much full. I think I've been watching for a low already here. Made a slightly lower low, exactly touching the 78.6 retracement at $27.33. There was one more low after the last video, just a marginally lower low, at least here on the CFD charts that I'm tracking. And yeah, unfortunately I missed that. I wanted to trade it actually, the breakout to the upside of the trend line, but I was so busy today, unfortunately, did miss that. But that is sort of a trigger. I can, just from experience, I can share that when these turn around, so the wave count is full. If the wave count is full, doesn't necessarily mean we have a reversal, but if you watched the last video a few days ago, then you already knew that the correction technically, the correction technically fulfilled all the requirements. We could count 5 waves already to here, but it seems like it needed another low on the micro level, but never broke support. So when the support is maxed out and we then get a break above a trend line, which, okay, we only had 2 touch points, but the wave count was full, and you can even probably draw this into a channel, and then we can call it a corrective price channel, or even an impulsive price channel to the downside in that C wave. And that is often a signal, in Elliott wave, we call that price channels, impulsive channels or corrective channels, depending on how you draw that. In this case, yeah, it was probably an impulse in wave C. And I would say we can count 5 waves to the upside already. So I would argue the low is probably in now. Probably we broke above resistance. We broke above the trend line, and we have a micro 5-wave move to the upside. So correction seems to be complete. We had a reversal where it needed to reverse. So for pullback traders, that's why they are on the charts, these boxes. That's where you could, if you want to, look for a reaction and possibly add some limit orders in these support zones. For breakout traders, I often also give you the resistances that matter, as well as trend lines. So you've got everything, but obviously the analysis doesn't tell you when to enter a trade. That is your personal trading plan. That depends on your time frame as well. It depends on your risk profile, your exposure and everything. But bottom line is, the analysis can help you identify turning points and where reward and risk are favorable. And they are typically favorable in support areas on the long side. And then obviously, you need to decide, do you want to buy without a signal that a low is in? Well, that would be a pullback trade, or you're buying with a signal like a small breakout trade, yeah. And yeah, nice. So caught a low here probably in silver. So what we're now watching for is a first. Well, see, we've got confirmation. Confirmation is uncertainty. So there are different levels of confirmation. The next level of confirmation will have to be that, well, we have to see that silver can hold a higher low. All right. So this will be the stress test for any bullish assumption. So if I now take this immediate resistance area out, that was our signal, that some kind of a low is in place, then we typically start to watch for 5 waves. I'd argue that we have here a 1, a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be 3, probably 4 in a running flat. And we might be in wave 5. So it's possible that we now have 5 waves completed and have to change the wave degree. Essentially, now we are watching for this wave 1 in 5 waves, wave 2 pullback, 3, 4, 5. All it means is now the first pullback will tell us the truth. We've got that trend to the upside. And again, we can probably add, can we add a trend line? Does it help? I'd say so. Let's put that in green. So break below that trend line could be a first indication that the wave 2 has started. And I can already give you a support area, but bear in mind, we haven't got a top yet. So this support area will change, but I will update it in the next video. So the support zone now for any wave 2 pullback, again, similar to here, just in smaller, okay? So anybody who didn't want to buy here because you know, buying in a wave 2 support area is never easy. It is simple, but it's just not easy. Psychologically, it's difficult. It's just against the human tendencies to buy in a wave 2 pullback. So the next support area would be between $28.39 and $27.67, with additional support at $28.17 and $27.96. So these are 4 fib levels that we can watch, but bear in mind, at the moment, they are not fixed on the chart. It's a mobile support area until a top is in place, local top. Next resistance is probably up here, the previous swing high, and this is going to be at $29.45. So what I could imagine is that maybe it's going to form an inverse head and shoulders. Now, this is, of course, speculative. From an Elliott wave point of view, we don't need these patterns. But what could happen is maybe this fifth wave extends a bit. They often do in metals. Then maybe we get this wave 2 pullback and a breakout. And that is a textbook inverse head and shoulders, coupled with Elliott wave patterns. So that's my update about silver. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching.